Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Nastin Padasalis. In this video, I am going to tell you about an important process for those students who have written your CSIR license examination. So if you check on the examination schedule, Earth Sciences, Physical Sciences, Mathematical Sciences, Chemical Sciences, all those students who are attempted for this subject have wrote the examination in single shift. Whereas if you take Life Sciences examination, since a more number of students are actually writing this Life Sciences examination, the exam was conducted in two shifts. So NTA has conducted this Life Sciences examination in two shifts, providing a different set of question paper. Okay, and it is also practically impossible to have a two different question paper set with the same difficulty level. So student who attempted a easy question paper will score a high mark, whereas a student who attempted a tough question paper will be getting a low score. So this has created a variation, and because of this variation in difficulty level, the NTA they had devised an important process called normalization. So if you check on the NTA website, here you can able to say a procedure to be adopted. This is officially released by this National Testing Agency, and the procedure to be adopted for compilation of normalized score for multiple session paper. And below this particular PDF, you can able to download an important paper. This has been paper published by Abbey et al. Titled Normalization of Mark in Multiple Session Examination. This has been published in Current Science on 2020. You can check this particular thing. So what does mean by normalization? Means normalization is nothing but it is a process of bringing up the student result at a same level. Okay, so it is a process of bringing up a same level. Like student who wrote the examination with a difficult level of question paper and easy level of question paper could now be considered on a single platform or a single level due to a process called normalization. Okay, and in normalization, mark may increase or decrease. It all depend upon the difficulty level of question paper. So with example, I am going to explaining you. Say if there are two students. Okay, so one student has wrote examination in morning shift and he had got 30 marks because the question paper was very tough. And another student who wrote a license examination in shift 2 had got 90 marks because the question paper was very easy. This was before normalization. But after the process of normalization, shift 1 student who got 30 marks before normalization will be getting 60 marks after normalization. And same student who wrote his exam in shift 2 who got 90 marks before normalization will be getting 60 marks after normalization. So the thing is that student who are thinking that they had scored minimum mark in the examination, that is in their shift, might receive a high mark due to this normalization, and student who that think that they had scored high marks in the examination might receive low score. So normalization is a process of comparing a mark in a single platform. So this thing you should know, because many students are thinking shift 1 there is a separate cutoff will be released and shift 2 there is a separate cutoff will be released. Just like that many students are thinking. No student, they will be clubbing all your mark in a single process, because normalization might not done by considering score taken in a shift 1 alone. They will be taking a mark in shift 2, and how the normalization will be depend means normalization depend upon difficulty level of question paper, and it also depend upon your raw score, average mark of all candidates who are wrote exam in your shift, as well as average mark of all students who are wrote the examination in all shift, like both shift 1 and shift 2. So how the mark are determined and what about the normal, every process I will be discussing. So in this PDF they had given a detailed explanation, friends, and it is difficult for me to work on this particular PDF. Currently I am preparing this particular video only. So how the process of normalization works or how the mark will be there means I will be uploading a separate video for you, because this video I just uploaded because many students are thinking shift 1 student will be getting a separate cutoff and shift 1 student who shift 2 student will be getting a separate cutoff, and student who wrote the examination with the easy level of question paper might have a higher chances of selecting as a JRF or selecting as a LS, whereas a student who are getting a low mark might be having a disadvantages. Like that many students are thinking. If they had released a cutoff separately means then ultimately student will complain NTA that they are having a partiality to one set of question paper, and NTA will not allow space to think about partiality and all. In order to resolve those kind of issue, NTA has determined this kind of normalized procedure, friends. Okay, so if you want more in-depth analysis, you can either refer this particular PDF or else just wait for me. Already I just uploaded how normalized marks has been calculated, but for this particular examination cycle I will be explaining you entire process, like how the marks for normalization will be calculated. I hope I had given you a detailed analysis. If you are having any doubt, please do tell me in the comment section. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you, friends.